Good evening, everybody. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV. And yes, this is NUFC's evening news, so a nice little addition for tonight. This is a pre-record, by the way, as I'm on another channel live at 8 p.m. But please do stay tuned for this. It should be a great little show. If you do like what you see, please do smash that like. It really does help the channel at the top of the search settings. It means anybody who hasn't come across the channel before can find it more easily. So thank you very much indeed for smashing those likes. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, then consider hitting the subscribe button. Free to do so. Come and join this great community we have here. And the bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. Currently on 748 subscribers, so 52 away now from 800, which is absolutely fantastic. And thank you to everybody so far who has subscribed. It really is appreciated. If you want to become a member, it's 99p per month, so just click that join button if you want to become a member and be entered into monthly prize draws. Also, if you want to make a donation to the channel, then just click the $ on the super chat, super thanks option, and you can do that way as well. So, yeah. Right, let's get into the first story of tonight then. And this is coming from the Evening Standard. So this is a London-based paper, and it involves Tino Livramento. So Livramento, as the Evening Standard are saying, is that according to the Evening Standard, Livramento is not interested in a move to Newcastle United. Now then, that's interesting. Nor does a return to Chelsea look to be on the cards either for him. The report claims that we've had several bids up to £21 million rejected by the Saints, with the Blues also keeping an eye on their former youngster. But Livramento knows he'd have to compete with Kieran Trippier at right back, while Chelsea are set to be open for a loan move back to the Saints next season if they activate the buyback clause, which is in the region of £38 million. So what they're saying there then basically is Livramento's saying no to Newcastle, does not want to come. Well, don't want to come to our club, mate? Jog on. Simple as, you know. I can understand you want to play first team football, but you'd get to play some football because Trippier won't be playing every single game. You know, you'd be playing the cup games. And if Trippier did have an injury, to stay out for an injury, you'd be in and taking his place. But if you don't want to be part of a great club that's going places and part of our squad, then fair enough, mate. That's fair enough. If you don't want to do that, then you stay where you are, then simple as. And you enjoy your championship football next season. Because at the end of the day, no skin off our nose. No skin off our nose whatsoever. Bit disappointing if that's the way, but again, you know, but it is what it is, simple as. Right. Now look, I mean, after signing Sandro Tonali, you know, as we know, it was announced yesterday, the signing of Sandro. There he is. Rafael Leao has come out and said he didn't think Tonali would leave the club this summer. And obviously he's been dubbed the next Andrea Pirlo. But again, his former teammate Leao, who was once tipped for a big money move to Chelsea, said he saw him staying at the club for many years to come, and he is shocked that he has actually gone. So Rafael Leao is absolutely shocked that he's gone. So there we go. Right. Now some other news that's come out as well today, and it involves another player linked to the club. And I say link because that's exactly what it is. It's not concrete, it's a link. So there he is. Yes, that is him. Federico Chiesa. Now then, Federico Chiesa is, I think, a terrific player. On his day, he'll tear any team apart, any defence. He's fallen out of favour under Max Allegri at Juventus. The 3-5-2 that the manager uses doesn't allow Chiesa to play in his favoured inverted winger role down the right, and said to be the reason why he'd be open to a move abroad. Now, the Chiesa would significantly improve our first team and represent another statement piece of business. Yes, Liverpool and Villa are in the race for him, but according to the reports, we are ahead of that queue to get Chiesa. And the same, we have made a move for Chiesa. So again, that's going to be a watch this space thing. So watch this space on this one. Things could develop out of this one. Who knows? I would have Chiesa at Newcastle, no problem. Yes, we know he's had injury problems, but Eddie Howe might sort that out with Chiesa. Because as I've said in previous shows, we do not know how Max Allegri trains his squad. We do not know their training methods. So again, it's one of these. Keep our eyes open for it. I think he'd be a terrific player for us. I think he'd be absolutely fantastic. And, he is a quality player. Let's be honest, he is quality. And if we can get somebody of that calibre in, and if we can keep him fit, then, again, it's another cracking signing through the door. I will go through stats with you on Federico Chiesa. He's 25. He's not 20. He's 26 in October, so he's nearly 26 years of age. Still fairly young. He plays striker, midfield left, midfield right. Last season, he only started 6 out of 21 games played. Again, he's not really favouring under Max Allegri. Waste of a talent, 2 goals and 5 assists. And he got 2 yellow cards all season. Now, this guy is a cracking player. Let's be honest, he is. And I think Eddie Howe would get the best out of this player. I really would. If I was to compare his stats to, say, Miguel Almiron, who plays in the right-hand position at the moment, this will give you an idea. So, attacking, Chiesa comes out on 73. Almiron is 68. Creativity, 64 for Chiesa, 54 for Almiron. Technical ability, 62 for Chiesa, 57 for Almiron. Tackling, Chiesa comes out of 48, Almiron comes out of 50. And defensive, Almiron comes out better at 38 to Chiesa's 30. So, but he does get all over the field, Chiesa. He is box to box as well. So, I think it's a great move if we get him. Get your comments in. Tell me what you think about Chiesa. Yes or no? I would say yes, definitely on this one, because I think he's a terrific player. And I think we could get the best out of him. And it's just more strength and depth as well, So again, it's another one that we're linked with. But apparently we have made a move. Now, this does not surprise me if we have made a move. That if he wants to swap the black and white of UVA for the black and white of Newcastle United, come on in, Mr. Chiesa. Absolutely, without a doubt, I would have him. Yeah. In my opinion, we need to strengthen. The midfield strengthened as far as I'm concerned. I know we're looking at Kefren Turam, but in all honesty, I would say no. Don't bring Kefren Turam in. We don't need him. And I know that sounds weird saying we don't need him, because where is he going to fit in? We need wingers. We need wingers for backup as well. We need wingers. We need another striker to strengthen the striking department. And if we can do that, and I would say we need another right-sided centre-back as well, because if Lascelles is going in the summer, or this transfer window, we need his replacement, because Cher is at 31 now, so he's getting older, Cher. So we're going to need somebody who can step in. So we need a right-sided centre-back, a youngster maybe, someone like the Tadibo who we've been linked with before. So someone like that be absolutely perfect. And we need a left-back as well. So we need a left-back, a right-sided centre-back, and 2 wingers, in my opinion. So that's another 4 players into the club, potentially. Because I would strengthen both wings, right and left. Yes, we know Maxi's coming out and I think he's staying, Maxi, by the looks of things. He could be staying, and hopefully that is the case, because Maxi is a quality player in his day. But we just have to wait and see. Another player we're being linked to as well is Christian Pulisic again from Chelsea. We know he's had his injury worries and things like that. AC Milan have had a £12 million bid for Pulisic turned down by Chelsea, as they're looking for around about 20 million quid. Pulisic has been around a long time, and he's only 24 years of age. Seems like he's been around forever, Pulisic. But he does possess a bit of quality, and he can play left wing, he can play attacking midfield. So you've got those qualities there with Pulisic. Yes, he only started 8 out of 24 games played last season and got 1 goal and 1 assist. But again, you might have him as a bench player. So keep him on the bench. Give him the odd start now and then and bring him off the bench, just to add a bit of pace to the game. And if you can keep this player fit, he is a cracking player. And, Chelsea paid a lot of money for him. So, again, I would say this will be a great signing. Not only would it be a good signing for having him at the club, but also for selling shirts, especially in America, because we know he's highly rated in America. He's their top player in America. So, selling shirts, even better. The money that's going to come into the club. So, it's a win-win in a way. So, I'm not against Pulisic coming, even if he's not a starter every game. Doesn't matter as long as he stays fit. If we can keep him fit, then you've got a cracking player there you can bring off the bench. So it's all options. That's what you got to look at. Options, and keep your options open. So again, that's another one. That's another one to look at. Look, I know some people are against it, but with Pulisic injury worries, but I would say let's see what we can get out of him. Depends what. If we can do a good deal with Chelsea and get him, then that's what you got to look at the end of the day. But again, it's only a link. It's not to say that we are in for him. It's just a link, just a rumour that we are looking at him again. We're linked with Conor Gallagher on loan or Calvin Phillips. Again, getting Phillips on loan, it wouldn't be a bad signing, because I think Man City move was too big for him in all honesty. And I think he thought he was going to play week in, week out, which wasn't the case. And so, it's kind of not helped him there. But I think if he came to Newcastle, he would get some game time. And we might see the Calvin Phillips that we saw at Leeds United. That was this terrific player. I know he's had injury worries. But again, if you're getting him on loan, if he comes, you get him on a loan with an option to buy. If he comes and he has a crap season, you say, go back to Man City. We don't want you. And it's not costing you anything. The only thing it's cost you is a loan fee and maybe part of his wages. But apart from that, why not? It's exactly that. Look, like I say, we need the wingers, we need a striker. We need, say, maybe a young striker. Now, we look at Openda. We looked at his stats last night, and he looks a terrific player, by the way. But you're looking at about 38 million quid for Openda, which is a lot of money. But in the sense is he bangs the goals and he scores goals. I mean, if you didn't hear me stats last night, he started 29 out of 38 games for loans. He likes the high pressing as his strength. Ball control and passing is his weakness, but he's 23, it can be sorted out. But he got 21 goals last season and 4 assists. Not bad. Not bad for a player, who's got an eye for goal and plays as a striker. But again, it would be great backup to have to Wilson and Isak, wouldn't it? Whether he wants to come and be backup, that would be the other option. He played 3 games in the Euros for Belgium, didn't score any goals, but got an assist. And he started all 3. But Belgium weren't that great in the Euros, in all honesty. So, in the under-21s, I mean. But again, yeah, it's a link, and it's one of them. We just have to see what happens and see what comes to fruition. Again, it's not a player linked with us in any way, but I just thought I'd throw his name in there because his stats are great. And if, say, Wilson or Isak was to have an injury, you've got another striker there as backup. Where if Wilson got an injury, we've only got Isak. And then we got to hope Isak doesn't get an injury, or then we are screwed. We've got no striker. So we do need a striker. Maybe that one's too much for luxury. Maybe we need to get a younger striker in. And who knows? So again, we will wait and see what develops on that front as well. I mean, this guy's been linked to us. Well, name's been thrown at Newcastle. Yannick Carrasco of Atletico. He's 29 years of age. In all honesty, I can't see us touching him. I really can't. I don't think we'll go down that road. Maybe he's too old. Why is he falling out with Simeone? Does he have issues in the dressing room? And that's what you got to look at. You got to look at the character of the player. You want good characters in that dressing room. You don't want characters who come in there and disrupt the dressing room. So again, this could just be one of those that is just a link, and it's just been because Newcastle United, let's try and set the agent. Let's go and get him to Newcastle on a move or whatever. So again, it's just a link. We know there's been reports that Eddie Howe's interested in Antoine Griezmann. Again, Griezmann, yes, he's 32 years of age, but he's quality. And you could have him for a couple of seasons. He is a quality player. We know what he can bring to the team. He can play attacking midfield and striker. Positioning, long balls and playmaking is his strengths. In European qualifying, he started all 4 games, scored 1 goal, but in La Liga last season, he was electric. 31, he started out with 38 games, got 15 goals and 16 assists. Yes, 16 assists. So again, I'm not against this move. Don't know what his wages are, but, again, if we could get him in, I think that would be absolutely fantastic. I think he'd be a terrific buy. Because not only he's got that Champions League experience, but he's got the big game experience. And, I would take him. I know he's 32, and I know it's probably not what the club want. But again, do you know what? He's quality, and that's what you got to look at. These big game players who are quality players. And, so again, it's a link. Eddie Howe likes him, according to the media, of course. What's your thoughts? Would you have Griezmann? Because, 32, you could get maybe 2 or 3 years out of him. And again, depends what sort of money Atletico want for him. You know, he's valued at around 24 million euros. Just depends how much Atletico are willing to sell him for. So again, get your thoughts in about Griezmann as well. That's another good one, isn't it? So I would take him, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. Because, like I say, he's got that quality. We need, we need these players. We need to get this creativity in the side because these teams that like low block, like say your Palaces and your Bournemouths and your Leeds at home last season, they stopped us scoring, and we need to just have that now, and we need that creativity where we can unlock, and I think Tonali will bring that, where we can unlock these low block teams. So there again, we'll see what happens on that one. I mean, look, obviously Newcastle will be looking to get more players in. They'll come back to pre-season training this week. So, more to look forward to. And obviously the Chelsea midfielder Ruben Loftus-Cheek has taken Tonali's number 8 shirt at AC Milan following his move from Chelsea to AC Milan. So again, so that's Tonali's replacement. I mean, look, the thing is, right, we are looking, according to these sources as well, we've looked at, we've also looked at Mark Way, the Palace centre-half, who they signed from Chelsea for 20 million. Great defender. I think he's a good defender, I really do. Problem is, Palace want £60 million for him if they're going to sell him. It's a lot of money. But he's an England international now, and I think he is a cracking centre-half. But again, I think that one won't be happening because of the money-wise, 60 million. So again, it's another link. I know we've been linked to Joachim Andersen as well. Who, he's not a bad defender. But again, I'm not sure if the club are looking at him either. But again, we will wait and see what happens on that one also. I mean, this is coming from the I News, so the I paper, the Independent. So what they're saying is it's understood there are some funds still available for further additions, but we will look at the loan market and deals that can be structured with staggered payments. The measured words come from inside the camp don't convince anyone. One rival recruitment said he'd heard similar before, only for Newcastle to go and spend more than 40 million on Anthony Gordon, for whom he hopes are high for next season. Smart money has remained on them to make further impressive dips in the market, with admiration for the likes of Leicester City's Harvey Barnes and Leeds midfielder Tyler Adams. I mean, look, Tyler Adams isn't a bad player. He's a defensive midfielder. Depends how much Leeds want for him. And Daniel Farke's just gone there as manager today. He's on a 4-year deal, so he may convince Tyler Adams to stay at Leeds. Who knows? So again, see how that one. We'll just have to wait and see how that one plays out. And it's going to be very, very interesting. Talking of Harvey Barnes, and there he is on screen now. Again, Harvey Barnes, I think, is a really impressive player. I spoke about him this morning in the latest news this morning. And again, we'll just have again look at his stats. I mean, look, 25-year-old winger, left winger, no outstanding strength. His weaknesses is his aerial duels, ground duels, and ball control. 26 in December this year. Can play left. Started 32 out of 34 games for Leicester, got 13 goals and 1 assist. I mean, look, 13 goals from a left winger. This is what we're crying out for. We are crying out for a winger with 13 goals. We got Almiron in the double figures last season. And again, it's adding more quality. And I would take Harvey Barnes. I mean, look, he scored 13 goals for a Leicester team that got relegated. So that just shows you where Leicester's error. That shows you where the weakness of Leicester was. It wasn't up front, it was at the back. Wout Faes was one of the worst defenders I've ever seen in the Premier League. He's absolutely dross. He really is. And then getting rid of Schmeichel, probably the biggest mistake Leicester made. And that's probably sealed them to go down. So again, Leicester City, it depends how much Leicester want for Harvey Barnes. If they play hardball, then we might not get him. But if they lower their fees, then maybe we do get him. I really do think he is quality. And who's to say Eddie Howe doesn't make him an inverted right winger? Because we know what Eddie Howe's like. I mean, look, I've always said Almiron plays better on the left, but Eddie Howe made him into an inverted right winger. So, And I mean, Harvey Barnes is valued at 38 million euros. So you're talking about 32 million quid. So if we can get him for that, why not structure the payments over 4 years, 8 million a season? There you go. Done. Job done. So again, yes, Harvey Barnes, I would definitely take him. Definitely. And I mean, look, this is what's really exciting, and this is the reason I'm bringing this late show tonight for you, is just to give you an update on what's being said during the day, any more transfer news coming through, any more links, and it's just great. I mean, look, I know it's mind-blowing, this transfer window, that, we're being banded with so many names, but again, it's great. This is why we're loving this now, because under the former owner, or I'll call him a tyrant because he really didn't look after the club one iota, he didn't care. We were waiting till the end of a window on the last day to go, oh, hang on a minute, we're getting a loan deal in, where now, every morning, or every hour of the day, there's a new name gets popped up, a new name comes up, and, I mean, this morning we weren't even, the move for Chiesa wasn't even mentioned. Tonight, it's mentioned now that we've moved in. So, all these links and everything coming out, it's absolutely great. We love the rumours. And that's only all rumours until that player is standing at St James's Park with a black and white shirt on and the scarf above his head. Then we know they have signed. But, do you know what? Bring these rumours on. We absolutely love it. I love it because it's great. It's great because finally we have our club back. We have our club back, The start of that was Trippier coming through the door. And I think a lot of players have looked at that now, and they look at Trippier and think, hang on a minute, if he's gone there, and he's gone from a side that won, La Liga, and he went to a side that was in the bottom three. Bruno left a side that was in Europe with Lyon and come to a side in the bottom three. Took a huge risk on his career because we could have gone down last season. Well, not last season, the season before, sorry. But we didn't go down, So again, and it's testament to those players to come in and do that. And that's why I think other players now look at us and think, do you know what? I want part of that. And why wouldn't you want part of that? Because at the end of the day, Eddie Howe has proven that he is a great manager. He's not an elite manager yet because he hasn't started winning trophies. But when he does, he will become an elite manager. And all these people who sat out there laughing at us because we took Eddie Howe on as manager, I bet they're not laughing now, because I hope they are taking us seriously now, because we are here to stay. And we do want to build on this. You do not want to drop out the top four next season. Next season, we want to finish in the top four. If we can. And let's hope we can do. And next season is going to be so exciting. I mean, look, we've got this summer series and everything coming up soon. We got Gateshead coming up. It's a week on Saturday. It's just, it's just absolutely great, this. And we just can't wait. We just can't wait for the season to start and bring on Aston Villa for the first game of the season. It's going to be terrific. And who knows who could be in the lineup that day, Could there be a few more new faces that turn up at St James, come through the doors at St James's Park, and either start or be on the bench that day? So it's all looking positive, and that's where we need to be at. Yes, it's going to take us a while to catch up to these teams because of FFP, because we are right down there at the moment because of our former owner, and the new owners are trying to get us up there, and they will get us up there on FFP levels eventually. But Rome wasn't built in a day, and it does take time to get them levels back up. But they will get the sponsorships in, and when these sponsorships start rolling in, we'll see the difference, because the money will be generated into the club. And don't forget, the club have also got a working overdraft that they can use as well to get players. So again, they've got that little bit extra help there as well with that overdraft facility, which is very, very important. But but the FFP goes back. The start of a new financial 3-year period for your FFP starts, I think, next week, or on the 4th or the 5th. I can't remember which one it was now, but anyway, that starts again, and then you've got that. It's just absolutely fantastic, and I'm just loving this transfer window. I know it's frustrating that, we didn't get this player through the door, we don't get that player. But who cares? Because at the end of the day, we're going to get players through the door. And it's just so exciting. It's just so exciting, and we really, really can't wait. We just can't wait to see who else comes through the doors at St James's Park and how many actually come in. I did see a minimum of 5 this season, so and that could happen still. But who knows? We just have to wait and see on that one. But it's definitely looking good anyway, isn't it? And So right. So anyway, I'm coming to the end of this brief show anyway, and I just thought I'd put this out there and just keep everybody up to date with what's going on at the moment and latest names linked with the club and things like that. So but it's absolutely fantastic what's being linked, who's being linked, and who we're not getting. And yes, it was disappointing not getting Bosley, but I'm not worried because there are other players out there. There is lots of other talent out there we can get. So I just keep the faith, guys and girls. Keep the faith. Patience is a virtue, and things will just develop themselves. And just let the signings roll in, and we'll watch them roll in. And there'll be signs. There might be a sign that comes through that door, and you go, "Wow! Didn't know he was linked with us. Didn't even know we were in for this player." There's just going to be that wow signing that comes through the door. Tonali's the start of it. Who else could come in that could go, "Wow! Didn't know this one was happening." So again, keep the patience, keep the faith. It's all going to happen, and remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white, that is for sure. But anyway, guys, I hope you really have enjoyed watching this video. If you have enjoyed this, then please do drop a like, because that would be absolutely fantastic. Keeps it at the top of the search settings, and it means people who haven't known about the channel do find it and come and have a great look at it. Also, if you are brand new to the channel, then please smash that subscribe and come and join this wonderful community we have here. And also that bell notification as well, that's important, because that'll tell you when I've got a live show, an upcoming show, or any pre-recorded shows. So please do smash that bell as well. As I say, I'm on 748 subscribers, so 52 away from 800. If you want to become a member of the channel, it is 99p a month. Just click the join button to become a member, and you automatically enroll in monthly prize draws. If we've got enough members for July, we will then start doing the draw from July. Also, if you want to make a donation to the channel, you can click the $sign and use the super thanks, super chat option as well. So thank you very much indeed. And thank you for tuning in on this edition of NUFC Evening News, which is the first one I've ever brought to you. The only reason I'm bringing this is because I've got to go on another channel tonight, another Newcastle channel, And so unfortunately I've had to do this now, but that's fine. But as I say, I really do hope you've enjoyed yourselves, and enjoy your evening, whatever you're doing. And I know the rain's coming down outside now, and it's absolutely awful, but it's great because it's nice and cool for a change rather than it being absolutely boiling hot, which it has been over the past few weeks. And it's nice to be cooling down just a little bit. But anyway, enjoy whatever you're doing, and I will see you on the next live show. Until then, how are the lads?